Send this video to someone you know who just started reading the Bible. I want to show you how to identify the book, chapter, and verse in the Bible. I know sometimes when people read the Bible, they read it like, for example, Samuel 2:27. Now, although theoretically that's correct, the correct way to read it is the name that you see that you're reading, for example, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Psalms, Samuel, etc. That's the name of the book. So the book of Samuel, the book of Ezekiel, the book of Job, right? The first number you see after the book is the chapter. So you got Samuel chapter 2, right? And then the next number is the verse. So you would read that Samuel chapter 2, verse 27. Some people might say Samuel 2:27. So for example, if we wanted to identify Samuel chapter 2, verse 27, we'll go to Samuel. Chapter 2 will be the big number in bold, and then every verse has a number next to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got to go to 27. So 25, 26, 27. Then Abner called to Joab and said, "Shall the sword devour forever?" Right? Now, occasionally, you'll get a number before the book. So if we turn this bookmark around, we'll get to see a closer look at which books have more than one. So you got Samuel has 2 books, Kings has 2 books, Chronicles has 2 books. Those in the Old Testament. Then when we go to the New Testament, Corinthians has more than 1 book, Thessalonians has more than 1 book, Timothy has more than 1 book, Peter has more than 1 book, and John has more than 1 book. For example, this is the second book of Samuel, chapter 2, verse 27. But Samuel also has a first book. So you'll see 1 Samuel, chapter 16, verse 23. That's the first book of Samuel. For example, you got the book of Isaiah. What's that? That's chapter 28, verse 5. So you go to chapter 28 in bold and then verse 5. You see? Isaiah chapter 28 right here, verse 5. So for example, Daniel chapter 9, verse 19. And the same rule will apply with any verse. If you want somebody to read Daniel chapter 9, verse 8-13, that's reading chapter 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So many times in the Bible, you'll see it refer to a previous book, chapter, or verse. For example, the Spirit of life is the Holy Spirit. He was present in the creation of the world. Genesis chapter 1, verse 2. So if you wanted to cross-reference that, you go back to Genesis. So we're back at Genesis. Genesis chapter 1, verse 2. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. You see? So now hopefully you have a better understanding of how to navigate through the Bible.